In this video, I'm going to explain the 3 quick steps for picking a venue for your Medicare seminar. If there's one marketing channel that is scary for Medicare agents, it has to be the seminar marketing model, and it's easy to see why. Most people have an aversion to public speaking, so getting in front of a room full of seniors, especially for new agents, can be very off-putting. But if you can find a way to put those fears aside, you'll find a reliable marketing channel that will get you in front of people in your local market. And this sort of grassroots marketing approach, in our opinion, is the best way to build a sticky book of business. So who am I and why listen to me? My name is Aasim Ayub and I'm the co-founder of Keywave Digital. Since our company was founded over 5 years ago, we've generated over 30,000 signups for Medicare events and have helped agents build real insurance businesses. Over time, we've had a lot of insight into what works and what doesn't work for Medicare seminar marketing, and we've been able to distill this knowledge into best practices for seminar marketing when it comes to Medicare. The first step is to think about your offer. There are 2 main things to consider. The first is whether you will host an educational event or a sales and marketing event. In order to optimize for attendance, most of the time you'll be best off offering an educational event, as this will give a chance to all people in your area who are on or approaching Medicare a chance to learn more about how it all works and a chance to ask you, the expert, questions. Sales and marketing events can be successful during AEP, but outside of AEP, it is difficult and expensive to get people to attend those types of events. The next thing to consider is whether you want to offer a meal and the effect this can have on signups and attendance for your event. Offering a meal will result in more people signing up and ultimately attending your event. If offering a meal is within your budget, this is something you will want to do. That said, educational events in which you do not offer a meal can still be successful, as you'll be able to draw in people who don't need the offer of a meal to come learn about Medicare. Typically, these people will be closer to their initial enrollment period. The effect on attendance if you choose to offer a free meal is straightforward. Meetings with meal offers will result in a higher attendance and you'll be in the room with more people. Meetings without meals, on the other hand, will result generally in fewer attendees, but generally having a higher urgency among those attendees as far as learning about Medicare and getting enrolled. At the end of the day, the most reliable, surefire offer in terms of drawing people to your event will be an educational event with a free meal. This is what we'd recommend, especially if you're new to this model. Once you have your offer, the next step is to think about venues. Your venue should be a place that people will look forward and be excited to attend. Ideally, you'll want to choose a venue that has a private room for your meeting and presentation. If you are offering a meal, think local restaurants that have a great reputation among the local community. When we help agents choose venues, we tend to look at Google reviews and the overall quality of the establishment. It doesn't need to be, and it shouldn't be, an expensive restaurant. Although CMS has removed the nominal restriction on providing meals at educational events, you should be spending no more than $15 to $20 per person on food at your event. It's best to stick with classic foods that will be popular with seniors. You'll want to definitely avoid specialty type restaurants. Strong choices are places like Golden Corral, local diners, and mom and pop restaurants. Other places besides restaurants would be places like popular and nice community libraries, senior centers, churches, or anywhere else that people already like to attend events. So, going to a seminar at one of these venues isn't really asking them to go out of their way, since you're just asking them to visit a place that they're probably already familiar with. Do not host the meeting at your insurance office or another business office. It is very hard to convince people to visit an insurance office for a purely educational event about insurance. It may be appealing because the cost to host an event at your business premises is low, but at the end of the day, people will not really want to attend your event. You'll want to stick to population centers in your service area. If you live in a small or rural town, host your event in the largest population center that you are willing to travel to. In this case, you have to go where the people are. Events in small towns can have sporadic success, but your best bet will be to stick to population centers, as they can sustain month-over-month events. One tip for people interested in hosting multiple events is to not host those multiple events in the same month at the same venue. While it may make sense to offer 2 events at the same venue within the same month, this ultimately will just end up splitting your attendance between those 2 events. Most agents will prefer to have one event that is very well attended instead of 2 events that have average to okay attendance. Having one event in a given month also adds an element of scarcity, as the people you are promoting your meeting to will see that if they miss this month's meeting, they won't have another chance until perhaps next month or later. Now, if you really love this seminar model and the results it can bring, we have some proven approaches to having well-attended seminars month over month. The third step is choosing the best time and day of the week for your event. Once you have your venue, you'll need to figure out a time of day and day of the week for your event. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are the best days of the week to host your events. Monday and Friday will be days to avoid, being the beginning and the end of the week, as people will tend to have other obligations at those times. Finally, you'll need to choose a time for your event. It's important to remember that most of the people signing up to attend your event will likely still be working. This means that lunchtime seminars during the week will be hard for many people to attend. Dinner seminars, on the other hand, are best started between 5 and 6:30 p.m. You don't want to start much earlier than 5 because people will need a chance to come back from work and prepare to attend your meeting. And you don't really want to go much past a 6:30 start time because that will lead to your event going late into the evening and your prospects at your meeting will be less engaged with you. Lunchtime seminars will typically be the most successful on Saturdays, but we only recommend trying these after you've already tried weekday dinner seminars. So those are the 3 things you need to think about when picking a venue for your event. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please share it with someone that you think it could help. And if you'd like to learn more about our Medicare marketing services or our seminar marketing programs, please leave a comment below or visit our website, keywavedigital.com.